Hi everyone, welcome to SAMARTH exam prep. Today is our first lecture of English language, where we are going to discuss very basic topics such as sentences, subject and predicate, and articles. And why we are doing so? We are just going to brush up your grammar while you are preparing for this exam, because this grammar is going to help you out in every other exam and in your spoken English skills too. So basically this is not going to do any harm. Definitely your English comprehensions, your English language skill, your knowledge for the language in this exam will be tested through English comprehension. That also we are going to do in our future videos, but don't worry about that. But before that, we just need to know the little grammar also, because grammar is going to play a very important role with your syllabus. So where we were at English, English comprehension. So English comprehension is going to be there in your exam, and we are going to discuss it in detail in our future videos. Comprehension skills of the English language is tested through passages. So comprehension, passages, we are using these words, but are you all very well aware of what exactly these words mean? If you are not very well aware, we are going to take this also in this lecture. Comprehension basically refers to the ability to understand and interpret what is read. So what exactly comprehension means is, I'm handing you a piece of paper or a newspaper you are given, and not everyone's level of any language, we can say, is at par, is equal. So what happens is, if you are going to give the same passage in the same language to any two persons, so they might understand in their own way, because they are using their intellect too. So what we are reading and what we are understanding is basically comprehension, and our comprehension skills are tested through passages. So in what exactly are passages? Passages is anything, any written portion, any portion or section taken out of any written work of any author, poet, any paragraph, any article, any report. So if anything written taken out is passage. So we are going to do this through passages. So let's move to our first topic, that is sentences. So what exactly is a sentence? Everyone can make a sentence, but what exactly is the meaning of sentence and why we are reading sentence is we are going to discuss in this slide. So sentence, why we are studying is because passages are composed of sentences. Basically, many sentences make a passage. Passage, when you are given an exam and you are asked certain questions on it, becomes comprehension. So that's why we are dealing with the very basic part, sentence. So now I am saying, what is sentence? और हिंदी में बोलूँ तो सेंटेंस क्या है, इसका बेसिक डेफिनेशन सेंटेंस का क्या है? तो कहने का मतलब ये है, सेंटेंस कोई एक ऐसा वाक्य, सेंटेंस ये वाक्य क्या होता है, जो भी अगर मैं कुछ बोलूँ और उसका कोई सेंस निकले, उसी को हम सेंटेंस बोल सकते हैं. यानी कि अगर मैं बोलूँ ब्यूटीफुल गर्ल, what exactly it means? Sundar ladki. But beautiful girl is making some sense, but is not making any complete sense. You can further question me, what about beautiful girl? What is it? What happened? What are you trying to say? So what I'm trying to say here is, a sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. That means, if I say a beautiful girl is dancing on the stage, now that makes a complete sentence. That means एक सुंदर लड़की स्टेज पे डांस कर रही है. अब आपको पता है सुंदर लड़की क्या, and why I'm talking about her. So now a group of words that makes a complete sense. Complete sense is important, is called a sentence. Now the example we can take here, now I've already given you one example, but here I've taken two examples, that is the sun rises in the east, and Tushar is the most elegant dancer. Let's move to our previous page. Here I've given you a very small exercise. Before I discuss it with you, I want you all to pause this video and just to see which is a complete sentence and which is not a sentence, or which is a phrase that we are going to also we are going to discuss in our future videos. So I really want you to take some time, pause this video, first do this exercise, and then once you are done, let's just discuss it. So the first sentence, or the first one, something that is given to me, is it a sentence or not? Let's discuss. There is a bookstore near my house. Is it making a sense? Yes. So it is a sentence. Tall girl, lambi ladki. So what? Not a sentence. What an amazing movie. Of course, it's a sentence. Lady in my class. So what? What about her? We are not sure. It is not making a complete sense. No. I have seen the latest Marvel movie titled Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I'm sure you all must have seen it because I have also seen it. I like the movie. So that was a side note. But so is it making a sense? Yes, it is making sense. That I have seen the latest Marvel movie. Okay, so this is a sentence. You are a beautiful girl. That's a compliment. आप सुंदर लड़की हो. Definitely. Cute person. What about that? The dogs make the best pets. Right. It is a sentence, and this is, I really believe personally also, dogs make the best pets. I'm tired. मैं थकी हुई हूँ. It's a sentence. I'm sorry about it. Here am is missing. So you please insert it here. I am hopeful of completing my English course for the upcoming exam. So very relevant. I have put very relevant examples here. So this is going to be a sentence. Yes. The Ganges. What about Ganga River? We have not talked about it. So this is not a sentence because this is not making a complete sense. Foolish girl. If I would have put some punctuation mark, maybe yes, because we could have assumed a subject you here, and like, you are a foolish girl. But here we have not put any exclamation mark, any punctuation, so this is not making any sense, so not a sentence. Let's go on a vacation. Of course, everyone is ready. Sentence. I'm scared of the lizards. Yes, a sentence. And I personally am very scared of lizards. Are you? What are you? Nothing. No question being asked. Not a sentence. Making no sense. Not a sentence. Aren't you coming for the dinner tonight? I'm not inviting anybody, but this is a question. So it making a complete sense. So it is a sentence. Leave. This is an order, but without any punctuation again, so I'm not taking it as a sentence. Dirty tricks. Many play dirty tricks, but here dirty tricks alone does not make any sense, so it is not a sentence. Wash the clothes. Yes, mother's orders, so definitely a sentence and definitely to be abide by. Do not enter. Yes, a command. Oh, so it is a sentence. So I'm sure you must have known what exactly is a sentence and which are not sentences. So this was a very small exercise, and I'm hopeful that most of you must have got your answers right. So let's move to this part, that is types of sentence. Now when you all are aware what exactly a sentence is, so what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. So let's now move to the second part, the kinds or the types of sentences. So basically there are 4 kinds of sentences. कितने तरीके के सेंटेंस है? 4 तरीके के. तो फर्स्ट जो आता है वो है assertive और declarative. I'm sorry. This is just hold on. Okay, now, okay, sorry about this glitch. Okay, so first one is the assertive one. So first one is assertive or declarative sentence. So what is a sentence? Declarative or assertive sentences are the sentence that declares or states something. That means I'm declaring something, or I'm stating a fact, or whatever is called an assertive or a declarative sentence. That means if I tell you I'm going to come to your house, that makes a assertive or a declarative sentence, because I'm telling you I'm going to come to your house. Or if I say that I'm going to teach you English language, that is also assertive or declarative. So the examples here I've already given, but still the examples I've written is the earth moves round the sun. Okay, so this is, and he did not wake up on time. So where there is a difference in both the sentences. Why I have taken these two sentences is because assertive or declarative sentences are also of two types, that may be negative or that they may be a positive sentence. Now here, because we are not using any negative word or anything negative, so this is a positive one. That means the earth moves round the sun. That means we are using everything positive, so this is a positive, or what we call it as a affirmative. I'm sorry about it, kids, because I'm very new to this technology. I'm really sorry. In 1 or 2 videos I will improve, I suppose. Kindly bear with me till then. So the first sentence, that means the earth moves round the sun, that is a positive or an affirmative sentence. That means we are not using any negative sense here. And he did not wake up, we are saying not, that it is a negative sentence. He never lies, we are using a negative word never. We are using a negative verb never, so that he never lies. So this is also a negative sentence, because here never is a negative word. So I'm hopeful you must have all known about the first sentence. First type is assertive or declarative, and there also we have positive or affirmative or the negative one. Now the second one is interrogative. Like, I'm sure most of you know what interrogative is. So interrogative is when we are asking a question, when there is a question. So that is an interrogative. That means a sentence which contains a question is an interrogative sentence. That means, what is your name? As basic as this. Or why aren't you paying attention? Or something like, why am I so bad with technology? I am, by the way. So these all are interrogative sentences. The third one is an imperative sentence. So imperative sentence, just remember, first was assertive or declarative, second is interrogative, now third is imperative. Interrogative and imperative there are two different types of sentences. So imperative means a sentence that expresses a command, a request, a desire, or I can say a wish, and an entreaty. What is entreaty? Entreaty is basically plea. When you please somebody, please, like that plea. Okay. So I have taken the examples from all of them. So a sentence that expresses a command, a request, a desire, an entreaty are imperative sentences. So if I say, open the door, that means it's a command. I'm commanding you that open the door. Or I say, do not sit here, that means I'm commanding you not to sit. Okay, so this is a command. Request, when I request somebody, please pass me the bottle of water, please, or please pass me the salt. These are all requests. Where you request somebody, we are being humble, we are being very, when we say प्यार से किसी को बोलें इज्जत के साथ, प्लीज़ हमें कुछ दे दो ये काम, तो दैट्स अ रिक्वेस्ट. बट हम किसी को चिल्ला के बोलेंगे कि ये करो, दैट्स अ कमांड. सो कमांड इज आप किसी को चिल्ला के बोलो, और रिक्वेस्ट इज प्यार से बोल के, प्लीज़ बोल के अपना काम निकलवाओ. एंड एंट्रिटी जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया, लाइक आई हैव टोल्ड यू, इट्स अ प्ली. आप किसी को इमोशनली, आप किसी को सेंटिमेंटल होके बोलते हो, प्लीज़ मेरी मदद कर दो, प्लीज़. लाइक आप बेचारा, मतलब you don't have much option, so you're pleading to somebody, so that's an entreaty. That means, just an example, help me, oh God, help me. Not like help me, not like that which you usually say, but when you are in dire need of it, when you tell a person, please save me from this disaster, that means you're pleading that person, save me from this disaster, God save me. That means that's an entreaty. Choose me as your dance partner, that's a wish, because that's a desire. You're telling somebody, choose me as your dance partner. You don't have much to say in it, the other person will decide, and it's your wish, so it's a wish or desire. And the fourth one and the last one is exclamatory sentence. That means a sentence that expresses some strong or sudden feeling is called an exclamatory sentence. Like suddenly some very intelligent person answers you and like, wow, I never knew you were this intelligent. That means you're in awe of that person, that the person is so intelligent. Or some beautiful girl or a handsome boy approaches and like, wow, what a pretty girl, wow, what a handsome man. These are all exclamations. Sometimes exclamation can be bad also, that so you approach a very bad person like, what a cunning woman she is. So there what you do, you are exclaiming. So that means that is a strong and a sudden feeling. So that is an exclamatory sentence. What a cunning woman you are. What a pretty girl. Okay, so 4 sentences. Let's quickly revise it. First sentence for assertive or declarative. Second were interrogative, where you were asking question. Imperative, where there was a command, wish, desire, order, or anything. And then the fourth one is exclamatory here. Why I'm revising it for you? Because next we have an exercise. So let's pause the video again and do it on your own, and then come here and discuss and find out how much you have done it right. Till then, I am doing it for me, not for you. For you, for your discussion afterwards. Okay, I am hopeful that you have come back after solving this exercise. So let's do it. Mind your own business. You are giving a command to a person. This is imperative. Did the clock strike? Question mark. क्या घड़ी strike करी? क्या घड़ी? I don't know the Hindi meaning of strike. I'm sorry about it because I always use the word strike. So, did the clock strike? That's a question. This means an interrogative sentence. Do I make any sense? I hope I'm making a sense to you. But here, this is interrogative. I'm sorry again. This is interrogative. Please let me work. Now you're telling or requesting a person that please let me work. I am sure nobody does that, but still, please. Here we have put as an example. So please let me work is an imperative. What a fool you are! Exclamation marks tells all. Exclamatory. Do not make a noise. Imperative. The aeroplane flies in the sky. Assertive or declarative. Please excuse me. That is imperative because you're requesting. I do not lie. I am stating it. So this is assertive and declarative, but here it is a negative too. So I am just telling you for extra information. He doesn't work properly. Again, doesn't work properly. This is assertive or declarative with a negative one. Please play football with me. That's a request from a kid, I suppose. So this is imperative. The house is to let. this is assertive or declarative because you are telling ये घर बेचने के लिए है. I will go to Andaman by cruise. So this is, here you are telling somebody, so this is assertive or declarative. He is not as lazy as Raman. Here you are stating it that ये इंसान रमन जितना आलसी नहीं है, आलसी है but रमन जितना आलसी नहीं है. That means assertive and declarative. Mahabharat is a great epic, definitely, and this is an assertive or declarative. Leave my sight at once. You are so angry, you are telling a person कि मेरी नज़रों से दूर चले जाओ, and here it is imperative. I am cooking dinner for all of us. You are declaring it again. So assertive or declarative. There are 8 planets in the solar system. So this is also assertive or declarative. Let's understand this clearly. Yeah, let's understand this clearly. So this is assertive. We are telling assertively that let's understand this clearly. So this is assertive and declarative. You are an intelligent young man. I'm sorry, I forgot to put full stop. You are an intelligent young man is also assertive or declarative. So I am hopeful again that most of you have done it right, and if you have not done it right, no problem, we are learning it, and I am hopeful that we have learned. And if you have any doubts till now, please post it in the comments also. So let's move to our second topic, that is subject and predicate. Okay, so subject and predicate. What is subject? What is predicate? We all have learnt in our lower class, but I am not sure how many of you still remember it, or I'm sure most of you still remember it. But if some of you don't even remember it, we are brushing it up today. So Rohan is a handsome man. Wow, lucky Rohan. But here we are talking about what? Rohan. Whom we are talking about? Rohan. So Rohan here is a subject. And what are we talking about Rohan? That he is a very handsome man. So that makes it a predicate. That he is a handsome man. Is a handsome man that we are talking about Rohan makes it predicate. Okay. So here I have just given the subject and predicate, the definition. The name of the person or the thing we talk is a subject, and what we say about the person or the thing is a predicate. Okay. So few more examples. Here we have sit down, thank you, leave me alone, come inside, listen to me. Now you tell me, where is the subject? Sit down, बैठ जाओ. Where is the subject? Here we actually, to make these sentences short, we don't use subjects usually, but here we have a subject, that is you is a subject, and that is understandable. If I'm talking to you and I tell you sit down, that means I'm talking to you, that you sit down. Okay, so whenever such sentences are given, you is a subject and sit down is the predicate. Same here, thank you. So you have you here, but here I am going to say thank you to you, so I is the subject and thank you is predicate. Leave me alone. Who will leave me alone? Of course, if I'm talking to you, I don't mean that to you guys, but as an example, if I'm telling somebody, that means you is a subject and leave me alone is predicate. Come inside. You come inside. That means again you is a subject and come inside is predicate. Listen to me. You listen to me. You is a subject and listen to me is a predicate. Understood? So here we were not given the subjects because some subjects were understandable or they were implicit. Okay. It was not explicitly told that which are the subjects here, but it was quite implicit that these are the subjects. Okay. So next move on. Again, exercise. The more exercise you're going to do physically and here mental exercise and practicing, so you're going to grasp the topic more. Aeroplanes, zoom. Aeroplanes, subject. Zoom, predicate. That black dog bit the poor beggar. So, what is the subject? That black dog, वो काला कुत्ता basically, and the bit the beggar, क्या किया उसने गरीब भिखारी को, of course भिखारी गरीब ही होते हैं, but I don't know why they have put this redundant adjective. So bit the poor beggar. Here I think poor they mean poor him, like that. Okay. So the poor little girl sat in a corner. The poor little girl here is the subject, and sat in a corner is predicate. The boys of our class made Rahul captain. So what did the boys of our class do? So the boys of our class is a subject here, and what did they do? They made Rahul captain. So the made Rahul captain is predicate. Mountains add to the beauty of a country. So what we are talking about? Mountains. And what do mountains do? They add to the beauty of a country. So mountains is a subject, add to the beauty of a country is a predicate. The girl wearing a red frock, that means वो लड़की जिसने लाल फ्रॉक पहनी है, तो that we are talking, which girl we are talking about? The girl which is the girl wearing a red frock. That is a subject. And is my sister is predicate. उसके बारे में क्या? वो मेरी बहन है. What we are talking about her? That she is my sister. So is my sister is a predicate. Barking dog seldom bite. So what we are talking about here is a barking dog. Barking dog is a subject. Seldom bite is a predicate. Sweet are the uses of adversity. Sweet means सबको पता है मीठा, but here sweet is the subject and are the uses of adversity is a predicate. The boy standing in the corner is my cousin. So the boy standing in the corner is subject and is my cousin is a predicate. All the boys and teachers of a school. So that is a subject because we are talking about all the boys and teachers of our school. And what will they do? What we are talking about them? That they will take part in games. So that is a predicate. Take part in games will be a predicate. A bad workman blames his tools. That's right. That if I'm bad at technology, I'm going to say, oh my god, my laptop is slow, my notepad is not working. But I'm not going to say that I am weak at technology. But here I am not a bad workman, so I am blaming myself. I am weak at technology. A bad workman blames his tools. A black workman is a subject here, and blames his tools is a predicate. All questions were not easy. All questions, we are talking about what? All questions. And what we're saying about it? That they were not easy. So that's a predicate. The beautiful rainbow. We are talking about what? Beautiful rainbow. So that's a subject. And what happened to that? It soon faded away is a predicate. A doctor works in a hospital. A doctor is a subject. And works in a hospital is a predicate. Okay. A fireman put out fire. So what does a fireman do? Basically put out fire. So a fireman is a subject here, and what it does is a put out fire. Put out fire is predicate. See, I am improving with the use of the pen. Not bad. Same way we are going to improve with the English language. And by we I really mean both. The teacher and the students. The women holding a baby in her arms. So what we are talking, which women we are talking about? The woman holding a baby in her arms, which is a subject. What is she doing? What we are talking about her? That she is waiting for the bus is a predicate. The rich man of our village died yesterday. The rich man of our village. So whom we are talking about? The rich man at our village is a subject. And what happened? Died yesterday. Aditi can speak English well. Oh, I'm so sorry for using my name. I am not praising myself, but I just made a sentence. So here, whom we are talking about? Your English teacher, Aditi, which is me. So subject, I become the subject here. That means Aditi has become the subject here, and can speak English well is a predicate. The child made a great deal of noise. The child made a great deal of noise. The child is the subject here, and made a great deal of noise is a predicate. The earth moves round the sun. The earth is a subject here, moves round the sun is a predicate. So I'm sure most of you have got it right, because you are amazing students, and I am an amazing teacher, hopefully. So articles, our third and last topic, but it is very important, and that is going to take time. So let's start with articles, our third topic, articles. Okay, so everyone of you must be knowing a, and the are the articles. So which one? So there are two type of articles, basically indefinite articles and definite articles. Why we categorize indefinite and definite is, indefinite means they are not talking about, or they do not speak about a particular or a definite person or a thing. So because they are not talking about a particular thing, they are indefinite. That means they are not talking about a definite person or a thing, they are indefinite. So which one are the indefinite? A and N are the indefinite ones. So I saw a boy in the market. So why I am putting a boy? Now see the example and try to understand. I saw a boy in the market today. That means I saw any random boy, not any particular boy. मैंने एक लड़के को देखा. That ladka can be any ladka. I do not recognize that ladka. I don't know who he is. So I am putting A here. That means, because there's a reason, because that we'll come to know why I have just put not Y, why I have not put N, because N usually it comes when it starts with the vowel, but here A and N comes before any single person also. If you are talking about any single one thing, that is going to come A and N, but that is but particular, you're not talking about any particular thing. That means you're not pointing towards any particular man. That means you're not saying the boy wearing the red shirt. Why I say this becomes very particular? Because here I am talking about a boy who's wearing a red shirt. That means, that's why the boy becomes particular here. It was a boy, but who was wearing a red shirt. That's why it becomes particular. That's why we use the. So let's come back to indefinite article. Indefinite articles do not speak about particular definite person. So here I am saying I saw a boy in the market. So what? I saw a girl in the market. Okay. Definite articles are where you are talking about some particular person. That means if I tell you, this is the boy I saw in the market yesterday. So here the boy is that particular one which I saw in the market. So that why the is basically the definite one, because the is used for particular person or thing, and are used for any random person, not particular, not definite person or thing. Okay, so here I have given a very small rule, that is common noun in singular number must have an article before it, because we are going to discuss noun in our next class. So for now I just tell you common nouns are basically horse. Horse is a common noun. There are many horses. Boy is a common noun. So anything common which indicates a race or a kind or a particular kind of thing, person, a race or a flock they are talking about, that means it becomes a common noun. That means if I talk about doctor, so there are many doctors, so that doctor is a common noun. Okay, so common nouns basically anything common: hero, heroine, actor, actress, poet, poetess. Is there a word called poetess? Please leave a comment below if possible, and teach your teacher if there is a word called poetess. So let's just move to our rule, that is a common noun in singular number must have an article before it. That means if I am talking about hero, dog, cat, so cat, so all these are very common nouns. So if we are using them, I'm not talking about them as dogs, cats, heroes. So if they are in plural form, we are not going to use article before it, but if they are used and in singular number, we are going to use, just wait a minute, I'll rub this off. This is too much of written, I think, very distracting to you people also. Okay, so common noun, here the rule says it should be a common noun and it should be a singular number, then only an article will be used before it. That means he fought like a hero. So what did he fought like? A hero. A hero because he is a single person and hero is common, so a hero. Okay, so similarly I saw an elephant. Because it was elephant, an is used. Because e is here, we are going to discuss it here after 1 or 2 minutes after these examples. This is the gift I gave him. So this is the gift. We are talking about the particular gift which I gave to him. So gift is singular plus it is a common noun. Plus it is a common noun. So singular plus common noun, that's why we are using here article the. And why the is used? Also because we are talking about the particular gift which was given. That's why particular came, that's why the word, the article the came here. So kids, I'm sure you all are not kids, because students. So students, let's discuss the use of a article, an article and the article, where exactly they are used. So the article a is used for the words beginning with the sound of consonants. I'm very much sure everyone knows what are consonants and vowels. So but still, if nobody knows, there are 26 alphabets. That I'm sure everyone knows, that is A, B, C, D, and there 5 vowels are there: A, E, I, O and U. So these 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U, are vowels, and other than these vowels 21 are consonants. So what we are saying here, words beginning with the sound of a consonant, if there is a word, I'll just remove this, not too much. Okay, so the words beginning with the sound of consonant, that is boy, man, cow. So we are going to use a boy, a man, a cow. Similarly, vowels, the vowels that have sound, listen here, the vowels which have the sound of U, that is university, for which you are preparing for the exam. You want to go into a very good university. So here university, you are going, so we are going to use a university. We are not going to use, because vowel is here, an university. I am going to get enrolled in an university. No, I am going to get enrolled in a university. A uniform, because you, we are hearing the sound of uniform, you in uniform. So article a is used. Utensils, U, again a. Unit, U, a. So understood? You are not ever going to say an unit, give me an unit of this. No, a unit, a utensil, a uniform. I am going to buy a uniform. I am not going to buy an uniform. An uniform, no. I mean, sometime when you are not able to understand where the error lies in English, you can just speak the sentence. You can read the sentence in your mind in exam, and then you can just figure out, because when there is an error, the sentence which you repeat in your mind sounds very odd. Like right now, if you are going to say it, I am going to buy myself an uniform. I am going to buy myself an uniform. Does that make any sense? No. I'm going to buy myself a uniform. That is not sounding that much odd. Okay, the third rule says O when sounded as va. That means a one, v. There you are going to you are going to listen to the sound of v in O. That's not an, when you are saying orange, an orange. There you are not listening, or it is not sounding like an orange. O, orange is O. But here, va, one, v, 1 rupee. So if you see O when sounded as v, a 1 rupee note, a one-way traffic is an example. Okay. Use of N. So where N is used? N is used for the words beginning with vowel. Very simple. A, E, I, O, U. An orange. A, E, I, O, U. So an orange, an umbrella. Okay. So these are all going to take N before it. Words beginning with H, but when the accent is not on the first syllable, that means an honest man. You are not going honest. You don't say an honest man. A honest man you don't say, because H is silent here. All the accent is not on the first syllable here. Wait. So here the first one, H, is silent here. The sound you hear is O. Honest, our, honorable. Okay, so here H is silent. That's why we are going to add N before it. An honest man, an hour before, an honorable person. Now the use of indefinite article. Indefinite articles, we are talking about A and N both. So here we have discussed where we are going to put A and where we are going to put N. So you must have known by now. So the basic difference is nothing but just the sound, consonant and vowel thing. So if you are going to hear consonant, it will take A. If you are going to, no matter it is starting with a vowel or starting with a consonant. No, what we are saying, when it sounds of a consonant, the word is going to take A before it. If the word is vowel, but I'm so sorry about it. I'm so sorry for the lag. So what I'm saying is, but if a word, no matter is starting with consonant or a vowel, but it sounds of vowel, then we are going to use N before it. So A and N, very easy. Consonant sound is you are hearing, word is going to take A. Vowel sound you are hearing, word is going to take N. Okay, so indefinite article, let's start indefinite article, but where we are going to use A and N? If we are talking about one, that means a single unit. Okay, we are going to talk about one, just one thing, that is in a day or two. That means you're talking about one day. That means in place of A, I can use in one day or two also. But here, where we can use these indefinite articles in the sense of one, in a day or two. Not a word was said. Not one word was said also I can say, but not a word also conveys the same meaning. मतलब इसका भी एक ही मतलब आ रहा है. या तो मैं बोलूँ in a day or two, in one day or two. Both are same, but we use article A here. Okay. In the sense of any, that means we are talking, like I have told you, indefinite means any, not particular. Anything we are talking about, anything that word is going to take A before it. A horse is a useful animal. Okay. Now a horse, because we are talking about any horse, we are not talking about any particular horse here, we are talking about any horse. So it is taking A before it. A horse is a useful animal. Why A is used before useful? Like I told you, useful, we are hearing the sound of what? U. So wherever we discussed in the rule, wherever we hear the sound of U, it is going to take A. Where the sound of Y is coming, it is going to take A. Wherever the consonant is there, it is going to take A. Okay, na? To make a common noun of a proper noun. Now this is very important. Why I tell you to make a common noun, like I told you, we're not talking about any particular. Judge, doctor, these horse, elephant, these all are common noun. Okay, and what a proper noun? Proper noun are basically any particular person. If I say Ram, Aditi, Sham, Buni, so these all are the names. So these are the proper names, like Shakespeare, Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, any of your favorite celebrity, hero, actor, actress, anybody. So now just come to the point. I'll just rub it off. Just a single. Give me some time to rub it off. Okay. So what does the rule says? To make a common noun out of a proper noun. Like if I say a Daniel came to judgment. Daniel is somebody, and why this Daniel was a judge, a wise judge. So whenever we want to compare somebody, that he is a Daniel means he is as good of a judge as Daniel was. So here when we take A, we make common noun, not out of a proper noun. That means it was a proper noun, but we are using it as a common noun. That means we are taking it as a very wise judge. A Pitt came to save us. Pitt means a very brave man. Same way, he is a Gandhi of our class. That means the person is just like Mahatma Gandhi, very non-violent, very not meek, I would say, strong, but very non-violent. So when we compare a person, we won't say that he is the Gandhi of our class, no, or we won't say he is Gandhi of our class, no, because Gandhi is just one, and that was I'm talking about Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so Gandhi was just one, Mahatma Gandhi. So here we are not going to say that he is Gandhi. He is not Gandhi. Gandhi ji passed away long back. Okay, long back he passed away. So here we are telling that he is Gandhi means he is as calm a person, as non-violent as a person as Gandhi ji was. So understood, when we want to make a comparison of a quality of a very great person, that means he is a Shakespeare of a class. That we won't say that he is Shakespeare or he is the Shakespeare. He is not. Shakespeare passed away, but he is as good of a writer, as good of a poet as Shakespeare. Now, use of definite article. So indefinite article we have understood there are 3 types. So if we want to use it as in the sense of one, we use indefinite article, that means A and N. That means A and N. And in sense of any, we use A and N. Or we are comparing the quality of a very great person. That means we are making a proper noun out of a common. We are making a common noun out of a proper noun. Then we are using A and N. Now, when do we use definite article? Definite article is when we refer to some particular person, because here indefinite, not particular, here particular. He's the boy I saw in the market yesterday. Same example I'm using. When a singular noun is used to indicate a whole class, that means the lion is a fierce animal. We are talking here, we are using a singular noun as to indicate the whole class. That means the lion means the whole lion community is a fierce animal. The whole community of lion. We are talking here about the whole class. We are not saying a lion. A lion means not a single lion is going to be a fierce animal. No, all the lions are this fierce animal. Like we talk, the dog is a faithful animal. We are not talking about dog is a faithful animal. The dog means all the dogs are faithful and loving animals. As an adverb, everyone knows what adverbs are. Adverbs means some which enhances the quality of verb. That means run fast. So we are telling run is verb. That means the action. Fast means run fast means जल्दी भागो. तो जल्दी भागने का क्या है? जल्दी. The more the merrier. मतलब जितना ज़्यादा उतना अच्छा. तो जब भी एडवर्ब की तरह यूज होता है तो डेफिनेट आर्टिकल की तरह. बट डोंट वरी अबाउट इट इफ सम ऑफ द रूल्स यू आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग, दैट वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड ओनली when we are going to cover the topic of adverb, because we are going to read them again. In adverb also, in noun also, we are going to come across the same rules again. So don't worry if you are not understanding in the first slide. I am very much sure if out of everything, even if in this class you take, I want you to take the 100%, but if you're taking 90% also, that's good, because the rest we can just, the rest means like adverb, adjective, we are going to take in the next class. Whenever these classes will start, we are going to read the same rules again. Okay, so the is used in many ways. Okay, the definite is used before the nouns of before the name of the rivers, ranges of mountain, the Himalayas, the Ganges, the Lakshadweep. So before the name of the oceans, gulfs and bays. Ocean, Gulf, the Pacific Ocean, the Arctic Ocean. The before the name of certain well-known books, the Ramayana, the Bible, the Quran. Before the name of the newspapers, the Times of India, the Hindu, magazines, the Vanity Fair, because this is the name. And there is Himalayas means there is only one Himalaya. The mountain range is Himalaya, that means the Himalayas. That means they are definite. We are talking about, not talking about just mountains, we are talking about the definite mountains which have been named Himalayas, or the river which has been named the Ganges. Okay. Before the names of public buildings like the Taj Mahal, the United Nations Institution Association. So there are many rules, you just go by it. Before the names of the people, nations, families and adjectives from proper noun. That means if we call the Nehrus, the Gandhis, the English language, the Chinese, and also before a common noun to give it a meaning of an abstract noun. Common noun, like I told you, lion, fool. Okay. Fool is a common noun. Fool, because somebody is fool. Fool means there are so many fools. He played the fool means the fool. Abstract nouns means we are giving the feeling. Feeling, that abstract nouns are which we can feel. You cannot touch it. There are no physical quantities. They are just feelings that can be felt, like love, hate. They are all abstract nouns. We are going to cover it in next video when we are going to study noun. So basically, if we want to make a common noun to give it the meaning of abstract noun, we use the. He is the patriot in his heart. He felt the patriot in his heart. He did not feel any particular patriot. Like any patriot. He is not feeling any patriot in his heart. What he is doing is he is feeling the patriotism in his heart. So basically, the patriot also serves the same meaning, just like feeling the patriot is in his heart. So before ordinals and superlatives, I'm sure everyone knows ordinals. What are ordinals? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. These are ordinals. And superlatives means when we compare, and the highest degrees are superlative. That means most beautiful. Okay, most intelligent. So when we are talking about the superlatives, we are going to use the before it. The most beautiful, the most unique. Actually, unique it is itself. So you're not going to use the most unique. Unique is in itself is the best. So the unique. You never use most before unique. So the fifth, the eighth. So before the proper noun when it is qualified as an adjective, like before the proper noun when it is used in adjective. Like I told you, for example, I told you we don't use the Shakespeare, because Shakespeare is okay, but we don't use the before the names of persons. We don't use the before the names of proper noun. We don't say the Narendra Modi. We just say Narendra Modi. Okay, we don't use the before it. So when do we use the? When there is an adjective before it. Like if Shakespeare, we say Shakespeare is immortal. That means he never die. He can never die. His work, he lives through his work. So the immortal. If we talk here, we don't say immortal Shakespeare still lives in our heart. No. Here we are going to use the immortal Shakespeare, because we have added an adjective before Shakespeare. We have added adjective before Shakespeare. Okay. So the next one is before an adjective used as a noun. Any adjective which is used as a noun. Poor is adjective. Of course, it tells about it talks about noun or pronoun. It tells about Ram is poor. Of course, it's an adjective, because it is talking about the quality of Ram. So here poor is adjective. But when the adjectives are used as noun, the poor depend. But when we have to use poor as a noun, because we are framing the sentence on it, then the poor depend on the rich. Here rich also will take the, poor will also take the. Both are the qualities, both are the adjectives, but because they are used as nouns, so we are using the before them. Now before nouns, which are names of things that are unique. That means they are just one. There's that one thing. Like sun is just, there's just one sun. There's only one moon. There's only one earth. So the sun, the moon, the earth, the sky. Okay. So where do we not use article? We have discussed where we use a, where we use n, where we use a and n, where we use the, but where not to use. So where not to use? Before common nouns, like I told you, in the widest sense. Okay, that means when we are talking about the whole mankind, every man, so we don't use a man, the man, we just use man, woman, because we are talking about all the women, all the men. Okay, before proper nouns, like I told you, there is never the Aditi, there is never the Shakespeare, there is never the Gandhi, there is always Newton, Gandhi, Shakespeare. So example is Newton was a great scientist. Before abstract nouns, we never use anything before abstract nouns. Abstract is love, honesty, the feelings, the qualities which cannot be touched, which can just be felt, like honesty, wisdom. They are all the qualities. They cannot be touched. They are not physical. You cannot touch them. आप उन्हें छू नहीं सकते. You can just feel those qualities. You can just have those qualities, but you cannot see them. You cannot touch them. Okay. So such nouns are abstract nouns. So honesty is the best policy. You never say the honesty is the best policy. The wisdom is the best. No. Always honesty, wisdom, love, the love. You never use the love, the hate. No. It's always love, hate, honesty, and all. Okay, so abstract nouns do not take any article. Before material nouns means gold, steel, silver. These don't take any noun before them. These don't take any article before them. That means material nouns do not take gold, silver. We will discuss it again when we are in the next lecture, when we are going to discuss about the types of noun and types of noun. We'll again discuss this. Okay. So before titles coming before proper noun. Proper noun, I told you, proper nouns means, which are proper nouns? That means Elizabeth. If I'm talking about Queen Elizabeth, we are not going to use the Queen Elizabeth. No, because she's a proper noun. I already told you, no the Shakespeare, no the Newton. Okay. not before the, sorry, here we are, I'm so sorry, I did not read it properly. Here we are talking about before titles coming from before. That means if you are using any title, that means if we have given any title to any proper noun, any person, so we are not going to use the. That means the King of England. No, there is going to be the King of England, not the King of England. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I discussed. I taught you something wrong here. Okay, so I had to say something, but I have told something else. I think the class is going for the long. That's why I need a little rest now. Okay, so because I don't think so much is left, so we'll discuss it here itself. So the fifth one. Sorry, I did not read it properly first. So it says before titles coming. That means titles coming before proper noun. So if I use Queen Elizabeth, here Elizabeth is a particular queen. Okay, so Elizabeth is a what? Name of the particular person, and she is what? Queen. That this is her title. So we will never use the. But if we talk about any Queen of England, that means if we talk about the Queen of England, we are not talking about here Elizabeth. So the Queen of England, so here the will come. Okay, but if we are talking about Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Elizabeth, no, the Queen of England, the is going to be there. Okay, so now nouns are repetition of nouns. So sometimes nouns are repeated and we use repetition of articles also is there. Okay, here I have written wrong. We are going to put it here as repetition of articles. So he has a black and a white horse. He has a black and white horse. You know what? If you will see, you will just see a difference of here we have an additional a, and here we don't have it. But you know what? The sense completely changes. When you say he has a black and a white horse, if it is joined by some conjunction and it is joined by, so it means that particular person has a black and a white horse. मतलब उसके पास एक काला और एक सफेद घोड़ा है. That means उसके पास दो घोड़े हैं, एक काला है और एक सफेद है. And he has a black and white horse means उसके पास एक ही घोड़ा है which is black and white, मतलब आधा सफेद है आधा काला है. You understood? जब आप किसी noun के आगे दोनों के आगे article लगा देते हैं, that means if you put article before both the nouns, then what happens? They become two different. There are two different objects or persons. और अगर आप एक के आगे लगाते हो, that means you mean a single person. So same. Now you see here, the secretary and the treasurer was present here. That means we are talking about one person. That single person is the secretary and the treasurer. But when we talk about the secretary and the treasurer, that means two person. That is, one is secretary and one is treasurer, and they both were present here. Okay. So I hope you understand what I wanted to tell you. This rule 1 is same only if you are going to read this. So if you are going to read this rule 1, what we have studied in the example only, when two or more adjective, you just go through it because this is the same word. That means when two or more adjectives, when qualifying means when they describe, when they are used or used. Okay, so when two or more adjectives are used for the same noun and they are connected by and, article is used only before the first one. That means अगर एक ही noun को दो adjective को describe कर रहे हैं, तो वो दोनों के तो केवल फर्स्ट एडजेक्टिव के आगे आएगा, जैसे कि हमने इधर लगाया ये he has a, यहाँ दो एडजेक्टिव थे और नाउन एक ही था. दैट मीन एक ही घोड़े के बारे में बात कर रहे थे. ब्लैक वो काला भी था और सफ़ेद भी था, तो हमने केवल फर्स्ट वाले के आगे आर्टिकल लगा दिया. इसका मतलब क्योंकि फर्स्ट के आगे ही आर्टिकल आएगा. ओके नाउ, लेकिन अगर के दो अलग अलग नाउन है तो दोनों के आगे आर्टिकल आएगा, जैसे कि ये वाला एग्जाम्पल मैंने आपको बताया. ही हैज अ ब्लैक एंड अ वाइट हॉर्स, यानी कि काला घोड़ा भी है एक और एक सफेद भी है, दो हैं. ओके. और रूल नंबर 2 ये कहता है व्हेन 2 और मोर नाउन्स, यानी कि जब नाउन आर कनेक्टेड. यहाँ एडजेक्टिव ब्लैक और वाइट क्या थे, एडजेक्टिव थे, और सेक्रेटरी और ट्रेजरर ये क्या है, नाउन है, क्योंकि ये इंसान है, चीज़ें हैं, टाइटल है, जो भी कहो, ये दीज आर नाउन. सो द सेक्रेटरी एंड द ट्रेजरर, जब एक ही के बारे में बात करते हैं तो सेम आर्टिकल फर्स्ट के आगे आएगा, लेकिन अगर अलग अलग नाउन के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं तो आर्टिकल दोनों के आगे आएगा. बस इन दोनों रूल्स का यही मतलब है, आप पढ़ेंगे तो आपको यही पता चलेगा. चलो एक लास्ट मतलब एक दो रूल्स और बचे हैं, बस इसके बाद ये हमारे रूल्स खत्म हो जाएंगे यहाँ पे. यानी कि अगर एक ही इंसान है, जैसे जैक है, जैक पेंटिंग भी करता है और जैक ड्राइंग और जैक फोटोग्राफी भी करता है, ठीक है. तो अगर मैं कहूँ जैक एक अच्छा पेंटर है बजाय एक अच्छे फोटोग्राफर के, तो मैं जैसे कि यहाँ पे एक यही वाला एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं, जैक इज अ बेटर गार्डनर देन फोटोग्राफर. देन नहीं लगाएंगे. वाई वी आर डूइंग सो, बिकॉज जैक इज अ बेटर गार्डनर देन अ फोटोग्राफर. इसका क्या मतलब है, इसका मतलब है कि जैक गार्डनर भी है और फोटोग्राफर भी है, लेकिन जैक उतना अच्छा फोटोग्राफर नहीं है जितना अच्छा वो गार्डनर है. कहने का मतलब जैक दोनों है, बट जैक इज नॉट एज गुड अ फोटोग्राफर एज ही इज अ गार्डनर. ओके, अंडरस्टूड. तो दैट मीन्स अगर दो नाउन का कंपैरिजन होता है एक ही इंसान में, मतलब कोई दो क्वालिटीज, किसी भी इंसान की कोई दो क्वालिटीज का कंपैरिजन कर रहे हैं, को एक ही इंसान के दो क्वालिटीज का कंपैरिजन करेंगे, तो केवल फर्स्ट के आगे ही हम आर्टिकल लगाएंगे. यहाँ पे जैक तो एक ही है, here Jack is just one person and Jack is both the gardener and the photographer, so we are just using a before the gardener and we are not going to use a before photographer. Okay, so the same way he is a better singer than dancer, because we are talking about the same person who's a singer too and a dancer, but he's a better one. So we are going to put when we are comparing the qualities of a single person of the same thing or a person, we are going to use article only before the first one. Okay, और इसका उल्टा है, इसका रिवर्स है. वी हैव अ रिवर्स टू, बट व्हेन टू नाउन्स इन द कंपैरिजन, दैट मीन्स यहाँ पे वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट द सेम पर्सन, बट इफ टू डिफरेंट पर्सन्स आर देयर वी आर गोइंग टू पुट आर्टिकल बिफोर बोथ ऑफ देम, जस्ट लाइक दीज रूल्स. Okay, when we are talking about just qualities of one person, but then we are going to put article only before the first quality. But if we are talking about the two different persons or two different things, so we are going to put article before both of them. So, and the last one is the third and the fourth chapter. We are talking here, we are not going to use s, the third and fourth, that means two different, and the chapter is referring to both the third and fourth chapter, but the English and the same way the English and the German language, that means article is before both of them, that's why we are using language here. But the third and fourth chapters we are using the before third and fourth, we are going to use chapters here. The is used before both of them, we are going to use languages. Same, it is just exactly the same what we have studied here. Here if you see, he has a black and a white horse, because we are using a, here we cannot say, but you see from this example, the secretary, just wait a minute, I'll just rub something off to make it clear for us. Okay, so let's see here, the secretary, the treasurer was, we were using singular verb, that means because we were here, the means only singular person, the secretary, the treasurer, we were using plural verb. Okay, so we will just discuss this again. The chapters, I'm so sorry about this one. So the third and fourth chapters, the English and the German, The English and German, languages. But if we are going to use the and the, we will use language, because we are referring to them both separately. I will tell you this, just to all remember these examples, because I'm sure you will get confused with this one. Here you are going to get confused because these are both reversed. Here the is coming and singular we are using. Here, if you see, the article is coming only before the first and we are using singular, and here the article is coming before both and we are using plural. But here it's reverse. You are using articles. If you see, you are using articles before both. You are using singular. You are using articles before only one, then you are using plural. These are the reverse. If you see, why? When we are going to read about the subject in our next video, subject verb agreement, we are going to study about it, and that's very logical. I know if you are going to read and go through it, you will logically know by yourself. I can discuss it in this class, but I don't want to make this class, already this class is going, the duration is quite long. So this is the exercise. If you want, we can discuss it here, or we can discuss it in the next video. So I just want you to make a note of this video. And please solve this as your homework, so that in next class, because I don't want to cram your brain with too many rules and everything. I want you to just go through my whole video first, relax, see the article rules, then solve it. And what we are going to do, we are going to discuss it in our lecture of noun and pronoun. Okay, next video, whichever I am taking, we are going to discuss it. Okay. Now the learning corner is here. I am going to post these words, because I am very much sure if I am going to say learn 10 new words, 11 new words, you are not going to do so. If I am going to give you the name of the book also, then also you are not going to do so. But so I am just putting, like I told you in my introduction video, you have to learn words, and one class or 2 or 3 class of, the 2 or 3 videos if I make of words, that is not going to be sufficient. You cannot learn 10,000 words in 3 or 4 videos, or you cannot learn all the words in one day. That's why whatever videos I'm going to post, I'll give you words. You have to go through these words. You have to learn these words. Okay, now I tell you, abash. Abash is very easy word. Abash means you to make ashamed or to embarrass. I was abashed that I did not know the meaning of the word abash. That means I was embarrassed to not know the meaning of the word abash. Okay, so I was abashed to not know the meaning of the word abash. So, and abate. Abate, if you see, abate is the word means to subside or to reduce. That means if the floods come and the water stagnates, so the water stagnated due to floods abated after few days. That means they reduced, the level of the water reduced. Abdicate means when somebody step down from a position of power or responsibility. That means usually when a king renounces his throne, that is abdicate, and usually they do so for their kids. That means he abdicated the throne for his son. So whenever you abdicate, you step down from a position of or from a position of power responsibility, you abdicate it. Aberration means my life is going normal. Every day I wake up and I go to office, I come back. That's a normal routine. But someday I go and meet my friend. That is a deviation from the standard. That is not usual. So that is an aberration. That a very small example is good behavior from Rashmi is an aberration. That means Rashmi is usually a very bad person. Usually her behavior is bad. Okay, but today there is an aberration. That means today it is a deviation from the normal, from the standard, that she is being good. Abhor means you abhor. I hope you don't abhor this English class, but I abhor study. I hate it very, very, very much. But I hope so you don't do it. Abject. Abject means very hopeless, very extremely sad. Usually people use it with poverty, because poverty is seen as very hopeless situation. So abjected poverty. Okay, whenever you use it abjected poverty. Abnegate means to deny oneself of things. यानी कि कुछ चीज छोड़ देना, renounce कर देना. मतलब मैं I'm abnegating smoking. That means I have given up smoking. I don't smoke, but this is an example. I wanted to give a very useful example. Anybody of you smoke, quit it. Abortive is unsuccessful. Abortive means anything unsuccessful. Anything that is not completed is abortion. Something that is ended in between is abortion. Usually medically you know what abortion is. And abortive means abortive mission. Mission aborted. You must have seen and heard in many movies, Hollywood movies. Abort means abortive. Abortive is unsuccessful, and abort means to stop it. Abridge. Abridge means to shorten. That means this English class is going to abridge your understanding and difficulties. I don't think it's a good sentence I make, but I'm sure you guys are going to make a good sentence. I'm not coming up with any good sentence of abridge in my mind. Absolute means total. When you say absolutely, that means totally. Absolute means total, perfect, unlimited. That's unlimited. That's why there's a restaurant, Absolute Barbecue. Okay. Absolve means आप किसी को किसी blame से free कर दो. You free somebody from some blame. और अगर मैं कहूँ मेरे साथ मार्केट चलो, you are obligated. मतलब मैंने आपको obligation में बांध लिया कि मेरे साथ मार्केट चलो. तो जब मैं आपको कहती हूँ don't go, that means I'm absolving you. If Rita is absolved from the crime of from the blame of stealing. Okay, Rita is absolved from the what did I tell you, from the blame of stealing. Okay, so that means first Rita was told that she was blamed for stealing. That means everyone told Rita that you stole this thing. Okay, now everyone absolved means now she is free from the blame. Now she is absolved so we can just write this much also. Rita is absolved of stealing. Okay, so these were the words. I want you to go through them again. Make good sentences, not like the stupid sentences I made for you, because I was not coming up with the good sentences because I'm tired taking such a lengthy lecture. Now the last slide, which is just meant for you for reading, because this is going to improve your speed, your reading speed. That means the more you will read, the more you will be good with passages, because your speed, your understanding, your speed of grasping will increase. Okay, and why I have given you here these words and reading corner? If you were this good that you could have done it on your own, there was no use of me putting these 2 slides. Okay, but I'm very much sure you guys are not going to read. Even if I tell you to read, go through your newspaper, no. So when you are going to take this an hour long lecture, whatever the duration of the lecture is, I want you to just spare few minutes and read this too. And one more thing, if possible, note down your time. Keep a stopwatch and read. And reading does not mean like you read everything. No, you have to read and you have to understand too. Why I'm telling you? Because this is the first lecture where you're going to read. You see your words per minute, your reading speed. Okay, you'll know, and then in the last whatever lecture we are seeing, you will see an improvement, a gradual improvement. That's why I'm asking you to do this activity. Okay guys, so please do it for your own improvement. Now, like I said, keep reading, keep learning, and because English is very important, you can get 200 marks, and your 200 marks means you'll get the top university. So do not take this subject lightly. In fact, I would tell you, if you're a smart person, you will be smart enough, then you'll read English and you'll secure at least 200 marks, because physics or any of your domain subject, chemistry, maths is have questions. I don't say they are unimportant, but I'm so sorry about it. So I don't say they are unimportant, okay, but they all have, see, why what I was telling you was, all your subjects are going to be important, but there might come something or the other that I don't want that, but if you are not able to solve a question, you cannot guarantee you marks. But here, English, if you are going to practice more, I'm sure the practicing is going to give you 200 marks for sure. It's just your understanding, it's just your practice, it's just your quality of or your knowledge of language which is going to give you 200 marks straight without any difficulty. So guys, thank you and join me for the next video.